Hey, this is my review of Ring of Honor's 9th anniversary show. I couldn't see this last night because I was with the girlfriend, and that's a little more important than watching a wrestling show. So let's get to it. The opener, I thought it was actually a good choice. I thought it would be the Four Corner Survival, but it was actually Colt Cabana versus Davey Richards. Now, this was in Chicago, so Cabana. But the crowd was split, but it was better that way. Davey didn't go like overkill times 10 or anything. It was really good. I like Davey like this. It's not if he's not facing a champion or someone right in top contention. I don't think he should be going all that. So Davey even brought up the Superman style dive. It's pretty fucking cool. So you know. I like it better than his tope through the top and middle rope that usually ends up hurting him more than his opponent. um, Excellent work over the arm by Davey, and just Cabana was really good. This is just an overall like fun and good match. Like really good actually. I'd give it about a solid 75%. Okay, then we had the four corner survival between Steve Corino, Kyle O'Reilly, Grizzly Redwood, and a Prodigy Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett looked alright in this. He's pretty good. He's got a good shtick, douchebag, all that. It's good stuff. I like the Corino angle, kind of. And, O'Reilly was obviously made to look like the star in this one. Eh, it was alright. I don't know. I guess you'd give it like 60%. It was kind of necessary to introduce the ROH fans to Bennett on my pay-per-view. Okay, then we had Michael Elgin with Truth Martini versus El Generico. I got this one 65%, maybe a little higher. I really like this. This Elgin kind of reminds me of Dr. Death, Steve Williams. He kind of looks like him, and he's got that power. I think Ring of Honor really needs more guys like this. Well, not like a lot, but enough to like throw the smaller guys around. Yeah, at one point, Generico goes for his little through the ropes torpedo swinging DDT, but Truth stops him. And then when he goes back to do it again, Elgin cuts him off. So Generico does a slap in the chest, and he goes for the arm lock, and then goes for that Lucha DT, but outside of the ring, off the barricade, and Elgin catches him, throws him on his shoulder like a small child, and just runs to the other side of the barricade, throws him in Dr. Death style power slam over the shoulder, right into the barricade. That was pretty awesome. Just a really good showing from Generico, and Truth Martini was annoying, but that's good. I like Elgin. I think he has some promise. I really do. I don't see him necessarily as world champion, but it's really early to tell. He made a quick impact. I have a feeling if he would have been in the MC, he would have been buried. Okay, then we had, oddly enough, Roderick Strong came out, and he, Elgin, and Truth attacked Generico. So Homicide makes a save, asks for the title match right now. Of course, Strong and Truth say no, and Homicide starts the match anyway. So we got the impromptu title match, a Ring of Honor World Title, the Barrio Street Fight, no holds barred. I was really disappointed in this match. I don't know, maybe 59%, which is terrible for a title match. It's just not my kind of match. I don't think this should be. Oh, it did main event for a reason, but I don't think it should be a title match or marquee or anything like that. It's a Homicide versus Strong. Just poor excuse. If this were TNA, it would be completely acceptable. It would probably be considered a great match. Or even WWE at some points. I mean, not around this time of year, but normally. That'd be a WWE quality main event, or a title match, so. Yeah, acceptable from WWE or TNA, not acceptable from Ring of Honor. I'm just glad I was on the first half of the show. Okay, now we get to the great half of the show. Essentially, there was a squash match between Sara, Del Rey, and MsChif. It's a shame that it was a squash. I was expecting a lot more, but you know, what followed up made me forget all about it. This was the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. The Kings of Wrestling, Hero and Castagnoli, with Shane Hagadorn, versus the All Night Express. Now, this is billed as kind of the New Blood versus Royal Blood. I really like that. King and Titus were just... If you didn't take them serious before, after this match, you take them serious. Kenny King broke out a shooting star press, which is just... I've never seen him do that, so... You know, always adding, always just impressive stuff. Great work from both teams. I just overall liked how this match was run. The finish pissed me off, but I still give it 80%. Solid 80%. And then we had my match of the night for the Ring of Honor World Television title. 2 out of 3 falls, 30-minute time limit. It was Christopher Daniels defending versus Eddie Edwards. I got a great fucking match. Great fucking match. 90%. I haven't seen neck work like Daniels did on Edwards for a long time. This is just technical wrestling. It's good not to have to go back and watch Bret Hart tapes or Dynamite Kid to see some technical wrestling. This is so much better than Suzuki versus Edwards. Edwards versus... Or Richards versus Daniels was not as good as this. Now, does that make Richards the inferior wrestler to Edwards? I don't know. I think Edwards is improving faster than Richards. Just sort of, I don't know if it was Japan or what, but he got a nice kick in the ass and 10 times the worker. Throws the hardest chops in wrestling now. Roderick's chops look like little bitch slaps in comparison. Yeah, this just fucking the passion, the excitement. At one point, it's just mild spoilers, not the result, but they did Bobby Cruz comes on and announces 25 minutes remain, and I was like, holy fuck, because it seemed like 10 minutes. It was so good, and like drew you in. It wasn't too fast. They paced themselves, but they weren't slow. Everything had meaning. There's no bullshit. No random Sano figure 4 leg lock in the middle of the match where a leg didn't get touched before or after. It made sense. Okay, I give this a solid 90%. If you complete that, I don't know if anyone else scored this high. You know, I pretty much had this set up when I got home, so I did order it on GoFightLive.tv. Cheap plug. Yeah, this wasn't the end. We had the main event. Jay and Mark, the Briscoes, versus Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, or Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team, or World's Greatest Tag Team, whatever you want to call them. Just an awesome match. Like 85%. You know, it was fantastic. All 4 men were at their best I've ever seen them. And people that say the Briscoes were better before, like, what the fuck is wrong with them? If you like flips for no reason, constantly, this is the best the Briscoes have ever been. This is the best Haas and Benjamin have ever been. They're a little older, but not to the point where their bodies are worn down. And they're sharp up here, the smartest they've ever been, which makes better wrestlers. Some guys like Orton, when they get a little bit older and more established and their position's not threatened, they just stop. They kind of, it's not like they don't try, but actually, fuck it. Yes, it is. Haas and Benjamin did the opposite. That's what you do when you get older. You add more. You do what Shawn Michaels did. And you start adding like MMA and shit in. If an old guy like Michaels could do that, or Taker, then I fucking think Randy Orton could do it. And adding just an angle slam isn't enough. Which, by the way, Haas pulled out. And he did kind of an angle pose, which obviously alluding to Team Angle, but, you know. I just wish the Angle wasn't trapped in TNA and he'd go to ROH. This is Tag Match of the Year. You know, I can't wait for the Atlanta pay-per-view double bills to like both WrestleMania shows. I think they're calling it Ring of Honor Takes Center Stage, and it's at the Center Stage Arena or whatever they want to call it. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's fitting. Great crowd. I highly doubt New York City or Atlanta will top it. I mean, Chicago is the most underrated crowd in the world. They're like a New York crowd, but they're smarter and they don't attack someone just because it's cool to attack them. You do it, New York. All right. Anyway, great show. Fucking awesome, amazing, all that shit. Uh, it didn't really exceed my expectations, but it kind of met them, other than a couple of things. 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10 sounds good, solid. I'm gonna give it 8.5 or something. Shit's annoying sometimes. Okay, yeah, I've been Sean, and I got some food to eat, so see you.